Hello and welcome. Welcome back to another mindful moment. I'm Jessica Kirshner, integrative wellness coach here at Mindful Modern Living. I will be guiding you through today's mindful moment. Go ahead and start getting comfortable. And as we start finding ourselves in this practice, a theme that I would like to talk about today is the power of the pause. So some of you might already be familiar with this. And really, it kind of shows up in a variety of different contexts, or if you Google it, there are many examples in different contexts of what this actually means. This theme has come up a few times for me this past week, and I wanted to share it with you. So the first time was in a discussion during a implicit bias training that I took. We were discussing when we meet someone, what happens. There can be a lot of things happening internally in our minds, thoughts, when we meet someone and we start to judge them, start to create this bias about them without actually tuning in, taking a moment to learn something from this person, to learn a little bit more about who they are. We oftentimes will jump to a conclusion, and that can have a really adverse effect. So taking this time to pause, to drop in to the conversation and allow ourselves to learn a bit more without rushing to any conclusions. The second context that this came up is I was actually listening to a mini meditation from another sound healer. Her name is Susie I'm totally blanking, Susie Sheplin, and she too was talking about how oftentimes there's so much urgency in our world, in our life, where we get this idea or this thought and we have to react to it right away, instead of leaning into that space that actually does exist between a thought and an action. And how if we can lean in to that pause, into that space, we create more space to really allow ourselves to understand, okay, well, is this actually urgent? How am I feeling? What's going on? And that in itself will help us connect to whomever we might be speaking with or whatever environment we're in. And taking this pressure off everything being so urgent, which is exactly why I invite you to join me in this mindful moment today. So as we move through our practice, I invite you to lean into this idea of the power of the pause, and also into this idea of letting go. So if you notice any thoughts, any sensations or feelings, distractions coming up, without having to act upon them and create this urgency of, I got to get back to my meditation, what happens if you let go a little bit and allow them to surface and move within you? As I often say to many of my students and participants who attend my classes and workshops, I remind them to surrender, to just arrive here. And what I mean by that is just let go of any expectations, let go of trying to control whatever your experience is now and the expectation that you have for after your practice. Just be here, tuning into your breath, and see where the journey takes you, and allow the pause and the stay to guide you in connecting with yourself. So if you're not already there, go ahead and make yourself comfortable. You can soften your eyes or close them if that feels right for you. Take a nice full breath in. Let it go. Start arriving in this space, softening eyes. Allow your breath to fully encompass your entire body. Allow the breath to flow in and out with ease, letting go of any control over your breath. On your inhales, your spine becomes longer. On your exhales, you root more deeply towards the earth. Allow thoughts and sensations to flow out as quickly as they arrived. Allow the breath to make space within your body. Allow a fluidity from toes all the way through top of head. Letting go of any criticism, any thoughts, any ways of being, and just be. Here in this moment, however you show up, letting go of any expectations, letting go of control, allowing yourself to just be. Stay with your breath, following it in and out. The more we allow ourselves to pause, to take these mindful moments, the more we allow ourselves to be present, to be fully aware of where we are, to be fully present with what we're doing. We allow ourselves to tune in and to build a resilience around getting caught up in this urgency, in this overreaction to our thoughts. when we can pause in between our thoughts and emotions before we take action. It builds our relationships. It makes them stronger, more resilient, longer lasting, and more deeply connected. I invite you to carry this practice, this power of the pause with you as you move through each day and night. Continue to check in with yourself, connect with your breath. Take a nice full breath in and release it. When you're ready, come back to this space, open your eyes. Thank you so much for taking this time to be with me today, to slow down, to pause. May you have a wonderful week ahead, and I look forward to seeing you right back here next week. Take care.